Hi, Sophie here. Welcome back. Today, I'm really excited to share with you a 20-minute practice focusing on twists and the side of the body. The flow is called Roots of the Earth, inspired by the twisted roots of the trees of Costa Rica. And if you're following along with our 20-day challenge, this is day number 9. So I'll give you a few moments to get that playlist ready. If you're following along with that, the link is in the bio. And we're going to start our flow today in a child's pose. So knees nice and wide, toes to touch. If you're moving with the playlist, we'll hit play in 3, 2, 1. So knees nice and wide, let those toes touch, soften the chest towards the earth, maybe forehead arrives on the ground. Just take a moment to arrive here, maybe wiggling a little from left to right. And starting to notice how the body's feeling, perhaps noticing any areas of tension. And an invitation, an option here to welcome in some Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose, finding that gentle restriction at the back of the throat. We're going to use this breath today to build a little bit of warmth in the body. So practicing it here for a few moments. And as I said, much like the twisted roots of the trees, we're going to be focusing on lots of twists. We're going to build some heat, so don't worry if you get a little bit lost or have to modify, strip it back, add on, make this practice your own. Allow your breath to be your guide. On your next inhale, gaze forward. And to the exhale, place those knees underneath the hips. Take the fingertips to the top 2 corners of the mat. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, soften chest towards the earth. Come to find Anahatasana, melting heart pose. So cracking open the sides of the body as you feel this lovely deep stretch. Option to stay on the forehead or maybe even bring the chin to the earth. Gaze forward, curve through the spine. So feeling that gentle, energizing curve now. Final inhale. On your exhale, slide those hands underneath your shoulders. Rock up to a tabletop position. Maybe take a little wiggle before we tuck the toes. Send the tailbone nice and high. Come into your first downward facing. So maybe pedaling out through those feet, wiggling the tailbone from left to right, softening through the shoulders. We're going to take 2 sun salutations now just to build a little bit of warmth into the body. So on your next inhale, gaze forward. And to the exhale, step the right foot and then the left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, we look forward, fingertips to shins. Exhale to bow, release. Root to rise, ripple up through the spine. Urdhva Hastasana, lightly touch the palms. Exhale, melt all the way down to the earth. Inhale, we lift and lengthen, flat back. Exhale, hands on the floor, step back with the right foot and then the left foot, high plank. Together we shift the weight forward. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, 3 points. Inhale to roll the shoulders, lift the chest. Separate those feet as you open in your baby cobra. And then exhale, release, roll all the way back over those knees, tuck the toes. Send the tailbone nice and high, downward facing. Coming back to that oceanic breath now. We move on to the opposite side. So inhale, gaze forward. And the exhale, step the left foot and then the right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, rippling up through the spine. Lightly touch the palms. Flow it all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. We look forward. Exhale, hands on the earth. Step back with the left foot and then the right foot this time, high plank. And then exhale, optional full vinyasa this time. So wrapping those elbows in. Our Chaturanga Dandasana is high to low plank, elbows squeezed in. Roll the shoulders as you lift the chest, upward facing, thighs off the earth. Or stick with that cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Softening into new space as you feel a little bit of warmth building in the body. On your next inhale, gaze forward, and to the exhale, step, jump, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to bow. This time, Utkatasana chair pose, sink the bottom down, lift the arms high towards the sky as you engage those glutes. Draw in through that Mula Bandha through the core. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Look forward, exhale, step, jump, float back. Move through that vinyasa. Eventually meeting back in our downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, right leg rises high to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, step or guide the foot between the hands. Lower that back knee down, untuck back toes. Press down to lift up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Lifting up and out of those hips, we take a deep inhale. Exhale, right hand to the right hip. Take a side stretch in this low lunge. So target area is the front of that left hip. Deep inhale here. Exhale, can you take that left elbow over the right knee? Join the hands together at heart center. Coming into our twist, maybe tucking back toes, lifting back knee. Inhale here. Exhale, gaze down towards those right toes. And then step that left foot to join the right, twisted chair. We're going to see if we can root to rise, keep that connection between the left elbow and the right knee. Inhale. And exhale, rise those hands up towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, right foot to left thigh, hands to heart center as you take a seated figure four. So hands to heart center, feeling that deep opening through the side of the glutes. Deep inhale here. Exhale, press down to lift up, right knee in towards the chest. And then exhale, send it all the way back towards the back of the room. Find Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Inhaling here. Exhale, take a huge step back with control. Come into that high crescent lunge. So hips are square, softening through the shoulders. We take a deep inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Send the weight forward. We're hooking that right elbow this time over the left knee, coming into our twisted high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, lower that back knee down. Undo those hands so we can press down to lift up. Come back into that low lunge, this time on the opposite side. Inhale in here. Exhale, come to frame that front foot. Peel back, come into that half split. Flexing left toes towards the face. We inhale here. Exhale, press the weight forward into that left foot. Create those hands forward, come into a standing split. Now option to take those hands to blocks here as you send that right leg high behind you. Inhale here. Exhale, take a huge step back with control. Step the left foot to join the right. And then exhale, move through that vinyasa. Inhale to upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to be here for 3 breaths now. So spreading those fingers nice and wide, tailbone lifted high towards the sky. Breathing here, we inhale. Exhale, maybe sigh it out. Coming onto the opposite side now. Inhale, left leg rises high to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Cracking open through that hip space. Deep inhale here. Exhale, we're going to step that left foot between the hands. Lower that back knee down, untuck back toes. Press down to lift up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, left hand to the left hip. Take that side stretch. So target area is the front of that right hip this time. Deep breath here, we inhale. Exhale, can you send that right elbow over that left thigh? Hands to heart center, take that twist. Now option to tuck back toes, lift back knee here as you gaze over that left shoulder. Deep breath here, we inhale. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat. We're going to transfer the weight into that left foot. See if we can step our right foot to join our left. Then root to rise, press down to lift up. Can you keep that connection between that left knee and the right elbow? Inhale here. Exhale, send those arms high towards the sky. Deep inhale. Exhale, left foot. Don't worry if you wobble like me. To right thigh as you take a standing figure four. Hands to heart center, really open out into those glutes. A deep inhale here. Exhale, standing all the way up now. This time, squeeze left knee in towards the chest. And exhale, send it towards the back of the room. Virabhadrasana 3. Warrior 3. Again, don't worry if you wobble here. Hands to your heart center, or maybe fly that warrior. We take a deep inhale. Exhale, take a huge step back with control. Press down to lift up. High crescent lunge. Inhaling here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Send that weight forward. We're hooking our left elbow over our right knee this time. Rotate from the center of the spine to twist. Deep breath here. We inhale. Exhale, can you lower that back knee down? Release the bind as we press down to lift up. Come to that Anjaneyasana low lunge. Deep breath here. We inhale. Exhale, place those hands to frame that front foot. We're going to draw that right hip back, left hip forward as we come to our half split. Flexing those right toes towards the face. Feeling that lovely opening down the back of the leg. Inhale here. Exhale, transfer the weight forward into that right foot. Tuck back toes. Lift back knee, float into that standing split. Softening chest towards the thigh here as we take a deep inhale. And then exhale, can you take a huge step back with control? Place the hands either side of that right foot. Step back and then move through your vinyasa. Inhale to upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Softening those heels towards the earth. Tailbone nice and high. We're here for 5 breaths this time. Softening through the shoulders. Feet are hip width apart here. Really rooting those heels down towards the earth and have the sensation as if you're tearing your mat apart here. 2 more breaths. Obviously, if you need to take a rest, a child's pose here, the option is to do so. And then when you're ready, we'll all meet back in our downward facing dog. On your next inhale, gaze forward. End of the exhale, step, jump, float towards the top of your mat. Inhale, fingertips to shins, look forward. Exhale, we bow. Root to rise, Ardha Hastasana, ripple up through the spine. Lightly touch the palms, and then exhale, draw everything into your heart center. We're going to transfer all our weight into our right foot. Squeeze our left foot into our ankle, calf, or just above the knee. So coming into our Vriktasasana, our tree pose here, we've done the work on those twisted roots. Now let's find some calm, some sense of balance as we stand here in our tree. So hands to heart center, find that drishti, that focal point to help you maintain your balance. Together we take a deep inhale here. On your exhale, you're going to reach up and find those branches. Perhaps giving yourself a smile as you use the energy from the earth to lift you that little bit higher. And we're here for 3 deep breaths. Final inhale. Exhale, release the bind. Lightly touch the palms. Waterfall the chest all the way down. Inhale, fingertips to shins. We look forward, flat back. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, Ardha Hastasana, rippling up through the spine. Lightly touch the palms and then draw everything into your heart center. Coming onto the opposite side now, sending all our weight into our left foot. We're going to draw our right foot to our ankle, calf, or assist it just above that knee. Using the connection between the foot and the thigh to help you maintain your balance as you find that drishti, that focal point. Hands to heart center, and when you're ready, we're going to reach up and find those branches. Once again, giving yourself a smile. As you lift and lengthen, grow the space between the shoulders and the ears. We're here for 3 breaths. Final inhale. On your exhale, release that right foot. Roll the shoulders. Come all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips to shins, look forward, flat back. And then exhale to fold. We're going to heel toe the big toes out to the outer edges of our mat. Sink the bottom down. Come to find a little malasana yogi squat. So sending that tailbone towards the earth, I find it feels really good here just to wiggle a little from left to right. Final inhale. Exhale, send that tailbone nice and high. Heel toe, big toes to touch. Squeeze those legs together as you sink the bottom down. Come to find a little toe stand. So a baby Vrksasana, I like to call this. Hands to heart center. Squeezing those thighs together, we take a deep inhale. Exhale, open those knees, reach forward. And then we're going to sit that bottom down. Take one hand to each knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen, open through the chest. And then exhale, lower all the way down onto your back. When you get there, taking hold of opposite elbows on the floor behind your head, windshield, wiping those knees from side to side, softening everything down towards the earth. Now, this class wouldn't be called Roots of the Earth without finishing with a twisted roots, my favorite posture. So, ensuring you can tickle those heels with your fingertips. We're then going to take our right leg over our left, shuffle our hips to the right hand side. Allow the knees to fall over to the left, maybe cactusing that right arm as you take the gaze towards the right side of the room. So this is a really deep spinal twist. If for whatever reason this feels a bit too intense, you can always just squeeze the right knee in towards the chest, and instead of finding that wrap, just take the right knee over to the left-hand side. Final inhale here. And then exhale, coming back through center. Untangle those legs. Give those hips a little wiggle. Coming over to the opposite side this time. Take the left leg over the right knee. Shuffle hips towards the left. And then let the knees fall to the right hand side. Cactusing that left arm. Gazing towards that left elbow. Taking a few deep breaths here as you soften and release, perhaps releasing that Ujjayi breath now. Coming back to the regular rhythm of your own breath. Final inhale. Exhale, draw those legs back to center. Untangle those legs. We're going to lift the arms and the legs high to the sky. Give everything a nice big shake. Shake out those roots. And then on your next exhale, allow everything to soften down towards the earth, coming to find our final and our closing posture of our practice together today, our Shavasana. Allowing all those benefits of our practice to sink in as we surrender towards the earth. Now you can either pause me here and enjoy a nice long Shavasana, or if you're coming with me, we're going to begin to wiggle the toes and the fingers, bringing some life, some energy back into the body. And then circle those wrists, those ankles, welcoming some subtle movements, allowing it to grow. Maybe you stretch from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. And then together we tuck those knees in towards our chest, wrap our arms around, give ourselves a really nice big hug, thanking our body, our breath, our precious energy. Rocking from side to side, we land on whichever side feels most comfortable for you, spending 1 or 2 moments in that fetal position to notice anything that's shifted. And then in no rush whatsoever, we'll come to meet in a seated position at the top of our mat. closing our practice the way we began today with one final clearing and collective breath. So inhale, lift those arms high towards the sky, lightly touch the palms. Exhale, draw everything into Anjali Mudra, heart center. Together we rise, thumbs to third eye, bow chin towards the chest. Always in gratitude and always in peace. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.